Hello and welcome to another update video about TIA Celestia. We already talked about it a few days ago and the price continues to move in this ascending price channel. We identified there are two scenarios. As always, there's a bullish and a bearish one for risk management purposes. In the yellow one, we're dealing with a larger ABC structure to the upside. To be honest, it might even morph at some point. Could be that all of this is the A wave, you know. This is going to be the B wave. Actually, it fits a little bit better. But then even then, the C wave would move up higher, you know, quite aggressively, potentially. With a chart, you know, with a short chart history like that, the predictive qualities and predictive powers of Elliott wave, they are limited. To be honest, you will struggle with any technical analysis method really here. But it still gives you, you know, relevant support levels for risk management. We can identify a trend channel. We can identify the next targets to the upside. That's really all you can do. In addition to that, we could look at the VRVP volume profiles. They can be quite helpful. But let's first of all, let's add that actually to the chart. And then we can also take a look at the price itself, the price action. Oh, I actually have it already here on the chart, the VRVP. So yeah, we can see, first of all, I just want to highlight relevant clusters of support. Yeah. So should the price at any point fall back, fall down, basically retrace and come back into our support area. First of all, we've got the ascending trend line as support, but also the Fibonacci support levels at $14.70, $11.98 are next, and then $10.15 and $8.59. Now, funny enough, there is a cluster of historical, well, trading, historical support basically around $11.98. So that overlaps with the 38.2 retracement level, which is for such a wave 4, really key support. So we have, obviously, I showed you the ABC scenario in which we might be moving in a wave C at the moment. And that's the more bullish scenario, we are in a diagonal pattern in which this is a 1, this is a wave 2, this is A, B, C of wave 3. Then we should get a wave 4 at some point and a wave 5. Now in this scenario, for this scenario particularly, the wave 4 support area is going to be relevant and for the continuation of the uptrend. Now in this scenario, the wave 4 is the support level, I just mentioned it. The ideal support level is at $11.98. Typically in a wave 4, we would like to see the price sort of find support somewhere around that 38.2 Fibonacci level. And funny enough, there is historical volume around that price level that might provide additional support. And then also around the 50% retracement at $10.15. Only below the $8.60 level, really, we have to change interpretations. And well, the alternative, let's say the yellow scenario, will become much more relevant because then the price would have dropped too much to call it really a wave 4 in the white scenario. The point of control, which is usually massive support, is here at around $6.14. I mean, that should be support if the orange box breaks. But to keep going as we are in the white count, we should really hold the orange support box. But it can make sense to take a look at the VRVP occasionally. Now in the white count, that's currently the working thesis, even though we have to be very mindful of the yellow count. As I said, the predictive qualities are limited with a short chart history. Really, it only started in November last year. So what we can do, what we can use Elliott wave 4 is to identify next targets to the upside because we are in all-time high territory. There's no way of saying where it might land. And to identify support levels for risk management, which I did. Now, in the very short term, it's difficult to say what exactly this is. But if we are in a C wave, it's likely that we moved up in a wave 1. This is a wave 2. Yeah, the problem is what exactly is this? It's not very clear to me. But let's just add the levels and then we can use the Fib levels to determine where we might be landing. If this indeed is a 1, 2 setup, then a third wave, third of a third, should reach sort of $25.47. But the micro count isn't reliable. Then a wave 4 and the wave 5 could even reach $31. So that's just by using the Fib levels on the microstructure. But again, the microstructure could change, could morph. We are in a diagonal pattern. But really in the white count, if this is the interpretation, it should escalate a little more because a third wave, even in a C wave, should sort of reach those levels that I mentioned. But at the same time, if we really are in a third wave, then there is a micro support level. I mean, this is the main support level for wave 4. But typically what I do is to get a first understanding of when a structure breaks is I take the 50% retracement level of the current third wave. And I mean, it could be that the C wave itself is an ending diagonal. So that will make it extremely messy and might limit this support level to something that's less useful, but because it might break. But ideally, to keep going, in this third wave, the $15.99 level should hold. So that's the first warning. If that level breaks, it might be a first warning that, okay, at least some kind of a top is in place, and then we can start to focus on the orange support area. But as long as $15.99 isn't even broken, we can look at higher prices. And I just mentioned some targets to you. The other targets or levels here on the chart that need to be monitored are $22.61, $26.94, $29.32 next. Yeah, that's my update about Celestia. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.